Hello, and here we are again. It's June 4th, 2012, and we're talking about Hyundai Motors of America. The Hyundai car. The CEO of Hyundai is John Krafcik. I'm going to say Krafcik. It's Krafcik. And the Executive Vice President of Hyundai Motors is Dave Zukowski. And the Vice President of Marketing is Steve Shannon. Again, this is June 4th, 2012. We're talking about the Hyundai cars. I think it's unfair and deceptive business practice that these cars are being sold without a disclaimer as to the car's true condition, that Hyundais have a vibration, and that the vibration should be disclosed to those who buy Hyundais, whether you buy it this year or last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, or whether you're buying a new Hyundai or you're buying a used Hyundai. It should be disclosed in writing before these cars are sold. It should also be disclosed that the dealer will not fix the car and will not fix the car vibration under warranty. I think the CEO and the Executive Vice President, Vice President Marketing should all be ashamed of themselves for selling these type of cars and leading the public to think that the car is okay, when in fact there is a vibration which the dealer and the manufacturer refuse to fix, and which is a mechanical defect of the Hyundai cars. I made some previous videos here, and I'm just going to clarify one of them. I'm going to talk about the ABS pump self-check noise. This technical service bulletin by Hyundai was issued April 2012. It refers to the brakes, and the ABS, of course, is anti-lock braking system. So if you don't have this system on your car, it doesn't apply to you. But I want to read something from that to clarify that in a second. Speaking of seconds, I want to say that on my car, the vibration that's being felt, and it's being felt on others' cars too. If you look on the internet and do a search, you'll come up with hundreds, maybe thousands of different sites where people are talking about the same vibration. It's the car is sitting in park, it's in idle, and you can feel a vibration which is mostly on the passenger side and into the back seat passenger area. So you're sitting in the car, you have it in park, the car is running. You feel a vibration actually throughout the vehicle, but more so on the right side of the vehicle. And it's a constant vibration. In other words, as long as the car is running, you feel the vibration. I'm not speaking of what happens to the car when it's being driven. I'm only speaking of the car sitting in park with the car running and idle. I'm only speaking of that. And so this is a constant vibration from this vehicle. When I want to address the ABS pump self-check noise, because that applies to all Hyundais that have the anti-lock braking system. And it says here that during this test, it's a self-check test. During this test occurs at a vehicle speed between 0 and 25 miles per hour. During this test, a slight noise, parentheses, which customers may describe as a rattle, groan, growl, gurgling, or buzz, parentheses, may be heard, and a mild vibration may be felt through the brake pedal. The noise and vibration last approximately 1 second. And the bulletin says, quote, "This noise is the result of a normal function self-check test and cannot be eliminated by replacing the HECU unit," unquote. So again, this is a bulletin. It's using the word normal. It's saying that this vibration is normal, and it's a kind of a, let's see, it's a three-page bulletin that Hyundai put out. And so they put out a three-page bulletin to address a 1-second vibration. Just incredible. So this proves to me, should prove to everybody, that the Hyundai engineers are familiar with what a vibration is, and they're familiar that, you know, there may be a vibration that's normal and there may be a vibration that's not normal, but of course it's all based on mechanical specification. This is a self-check bulletin from Hyundai, and so this is a technical bulletin. Technical means mechanical. Okay, so Hyundai is admitting that any vibration in the car is because of a mechanical problem. The 2 motor mounts were replaced on my car. They refused to replace the other 2 mounts out of 4, but 2 were replaced. They did reduce the vibration. They didn't eliminate it, but they did reduce it. But the fact is that the motor mounts represent a mechanical failure, a manufacturer failure in this vehicle. And of course, all Hyundais have motor mounts. So but anyway, what gets me is just that, you know, they put out a 3-page procedure addressing a 1-second vibration, and yet in my car and others there is a constant vibration, and yet Hyundai refuses to address it and puts it on the same level as a 1-second vibration by saying, some of the Hyundai officials are saying, this is a normal vibration. It's not a normal vibration, okay? The point is, where are the mechanical specifications? I'm going to give you some more information, some more clarity here. The appraisal I had done on my car was an appraisal by the Better Business Bureau. Felt the vibration, which was constant in my car. This was approximately May of 2012. There was an arbitration, and the arbitrator felt there should be an independent analysis, an independent mechanic check out the car. So they hired United Automotive Appraisals. Their phone number is 305-432-9340. That's United Automotive Appraisals. And they came out and looked at the car. You know, they want to take it for a test drive without you being in it, so you can't say anything to them. It says here from their report, quote, customer states that vehicle has excess vibration when running and idle, unquote. I never used the word excess. I never used that word. So this is an example of how the appraiser works with the manufacturer, works with the Better Business Bureau to basically screw the consumer out of getting, you know, the warranty work done. Let's see what else we have here. And it's Keffer, I think it's Keffer Hyundai, 2010. They have a site on the internet, and they said, they're talking about the 2010 Hyundai Accent. The quote, the stiffness and strength of the new platform and body shell make the car solid and secure. Unquote. Quote, our engineers paid particular attention to reducing what they know as noise, vibration, and harshness, unquote. So Hyundai is admitting they do have engineers. They do have engineers on their staff, so they don't have to rely on somebody giving their opinion, somebody who's not a mechanic and somebody who is not an engineer. They actually have their own engineers. But again, listening to what they said here, this is from a Hyundai dealer. The stiffness and strength of the new platform and body shell make the car solid and secure. So in other words, prior to whatever they were looking at, the car was not solid and secure. That's the only way you can read this. And so there are Hyundais out there that are not solid and secure. And you look at some of the other articles on the internet. Here's the one about the 2012 Hyundai Accent debuts as a Verna compact sedan. And in this article is where they say Thanks to the highly rigid body, the suspension is more securely anchored, thus enhancing ride and characteristics and eliminating vibration and booming noise. So again, it's the Hyundai officials being quoted. I don't know which Hyundai officials, but we know that John Krafcik is the CEO, Dave Zukowski is Executive Vice President, Steve Shannon is Vice President Marketing. So we know these are some of the officials. But this article is quoting Hyundai officials who are admitting the vibration is causing from a suspension that is not securely anchored. So if you have a Hyundai, you've got to take it back because your suspension may not be securely anchored. It may be causing a vibration, and of course, if your suspension is not securely anchored, you have a safety problem. The Better Business Bureau number, if you need to get a copy of the arbitration in my particular case, the arbitration address is 4200 Wilson Boulevard. That's in Arlington, Virginia. This is the Better Business Bureau, but it's the auto part of it. So it's called the Better Business Bureau Auto Line, and they're in Arlington, Virginia. You can look up their phone number and you can contact them if you want to take your chances with them putting you through a similar arbitration if you're having problem getting warranty work done. This is June 4th, 2012. I thank you for listening. The Hyundai is crossed out here to say don't buy Hyundai.